this is Jacob Jans with Writing Launch. Today I am going to be presenting to you one short case study about Julie Wilson. Now, Julie is a professional freelance writer, and she works part-time as a freelance writer, and she earns over $30,000 a year with her writing. And this is the story of how she got started and how she does it. So let's talk about Julie Wilson. Her story I find completely fascinating. She earns $30,000 a year as a part-time freelance writer, and the way she got to this level as with her writing career is kind of an unusual way of going about things and not what most people do. Like a lot of writers, she started out writing for content mills. It was actually, she wanted to earn money for her Christmas holidays, to buy Christmas presents for her friends and family, and she got started writing for content mills, and she eventually with those content mills earned over $1,000 a month, which is not bad. That's enough money to pay for holiday gifts, bills, etc. And she found that while she was able to make money with content mills, she was just fed up with them. They were not good for her. So the problem with content mills that she found was there was really poor communication with the clients. Oftentimes, working through these content mills, you don't even have a direct relationship with the person you're writing for. So, for example, you will get a request for an article, and you may have a question about that article in terms of what is specifically wanted, and there's no way to actually contact the person who is requesting the article, but you have a deadline, usually a very quick deadline to write it by, and if you don't meet that deadline, they may get penalized. You may get penalized for not providing the right article on time. And in addition to that, content mills usually don't pay very well, often 1 cent a word to 5 cents a word. So the problem with content mills is that you're pumping out all of these articles really quickly, producing low quality content that doesn't really provide value to the world. And if you're someone who loves writing and is passionate about writing and really cares about what you do, then content mills are really soul-sucking, and they're not a good option. And that's what Julie found. They just weren't a good option for her. If you're curious about what a content mill is, it is a company that contracts out usually to hundreds or even thousands of writers, and they pay per word, like 1 cent a word or 5 cent a word, for you to write on just a variety of topics. And there's a lot of different content mills out there, and I don't recommend working with them, and Ian doesn't recommend working with them. And Julie found that after working with them, they just weren't for her. So she decided to change, and to change what she was doing and to find a different solution. And the solution that she tried next was freelance writing platforms. These are websites such as Freelancer or Upwork, and they are basically usually bidding sites where someone posts a project, and then dozens or hundreds of writers post their proposal on that site, and then you can pick or choose. And then the client will pick or choose the writer they want to work with. And what Julie found with these freelancing platforms is that there is a lot of competition, which leads to the next issue, which is low pay. It is possible to find decent work on these freelancing platforms, but generally you're going to find that there's just a lot of competition and not very many high-paying jobs, and a lot of low-paying jobs that you still have to fight tooth and nail for. What Julie decided about freelance writing platforms was that she was sitting in line with thousands of other broke writers, and that's really freelance writing platforms in a nutshell, is lots of desperate writers trying to get the very few good jobs, which is not a good situation. So she kept searching for the right opportunity, the right way for her to get out of this trap of just writing a lot for very little money with the content mills. So she did find a real solution, and it came to her in a sort of an epiphany. Um, she realized there was a place to go where there isn't other competition. She figured out how to set herself apart from all the other writers, because the worst thing that you want to do from a business perspective is to find out where all of your competition is and then go where they are and then try to yell, hey, I'm here too. What you would much rather do, and what is much better for you to do if you want to stand out and and um, find the easiest ways to build a relationship with clients and to get good paying clients, is to go where there is no competition. And Julie found that she discovered a large pool of potential clients that desperately needed her writing skills and just didn't realize it yet. And these were people and clients that she already had a professional relationship with. And you, whether or not you realize it yet, and this is what is I think is so interesting, is all of us have these professional relationships already with potential clients. We just have to think about it a little differently. So her solution was, she already had professional relationships with many companies, such as her landscaper, her car mechanic, her dermatologist, her gym, etc. In fact, she put together a list of 30 of these companies, and she sent them a short email about her writing service, and she used a template, and she customized that template for each company. And now this is really important. I'm going to show you the basic template that she used to contact these companies, but it's very, very important to keep in mind that when you're contacting any potential client with offering your writing services, that you have to customize down to the very fine details exactly what you are saying, so that it's tailored just for them. You want to be talking to them as though you really know them in a personal way, so that they will know that you have taken them into consideration and can provide unique value for what they need, and that you are the right person for their unique business. So with that in mind, here is the basic template that Julie used to contact these 30 companies. And now, after I talk about this template and show it to you, I'm going to share the results that she got within 1 week after sending this out. So she wrote to these companies, "Thank you for providing such a great service. I am on your website right now and notice that your blog has not been updated in a while. Adding regular blog content is a great way to improve your website's discoverability and get in front of more potential customers. Over the past year, I have been crafting content for businesses like yours, and I would love to write for you also." So this introduces in a kind way what she is offering to these potential clients, and she is very casual about it. And she also immediately mentions one of the potential benefits to the potential client of her working for them. So she's already making it clear that she's thinking about how she can benefit the person that she is contacting. And also that first sentence, "Thank you for providing such a great service," she customizes, and this is what you want to do. You want to customize that for the person you're writing to. You don't want to be generic. You want to be specific. So think of this as a starting point that she used to customize for each of the companies that she contacted. And the next section of her template: "Since I have firsthand experience with the high quality service you provide, I can start with sharing my testimonial in the form of a blog post." Now, this is a fantastic sentence, because not only does she say that she has worked with this company before, and that she's made it clear that they already have a relationship, she goes on to say that she wants to share her positive experience in the form of a testimonial. And companies love getting good testimonials, and they add so much value And so that is something that would immediately pique the interest of most company owners. Getting a testimonial from a customer is a very valuable and very useful thing. So that's another thing that she did absolutely right here, is she offered a testimonial in the form of a blog post. So she goes on to talk about her pricing. My pricing is pretty simple. I charge $75 for a 500-word post, $112 for a 750-word post, and $150 for a 1,000-word post. But if budget is an issue, I am open to working out a barter arrangement. Let me know if you are interested and give me a call. I can also conduct some keyword research and write website content if you want to improve your website and drive more traffic. Now, there's a few things going on here. First, I would say that it's important that she put the pricing after she talked about the testimonial, because the testimonial is something that they are much more likely to want to think about than the pricing. So if they read about the testimonial, they might think in their head, okay, I want that. And only after they decide they want that does she introduce the pricing. And so once she introduces the pricing, she makes it clear that she is flexible with the pricing. And this is also, I think, a really interesting part of her case study, is because she is contacting companies that she already spends money with. She has the opportunity to provide a different sort of payment arrangement than with a standard client customer relationship, where she can get her landscaping done for free as opposed to paying $150 a month. So that is makes her offer even more appealing to some of the clients. And she goes on to tell them what to do if they're interested. Give me a call. And that's actually really important, to explicitly tell them what to do. Giving a phone call, asking for a phone call, asking for a reply to an email. You need to state these things explicitly, just so the person doesn't have any confusion, so that it's completely clear what the next step is for the potential client. They need to know exactly what to do next, and give me a call is a clear way of saying what to do next. And then she goes on to say that to present some of her other value that she can provide to them in order to help them grow their business. So what results did she get after 1 week after contacting these 30 companies? She did a complete website rewrite for $350, plus she had an agreement for $75 a month for a monthly blog post with a local fishing company. Her hairstylist hired her to write 2 blog posts per month at $75 each. Now, that's already, between these two, $225 a month in recurring income. Her water company, she gets free water now for $50 a month. So that's money she was going to spend no matter what. And now that is basically $50 a month. And not only that, I wonder if she has to pay taxes on that. So that might be an additional savings beyond just getting the cash payment. Her chiropractor agreed to give her a monthly therapeutic massage for which is worth $85 a month. Now, who wouldn't mind having a monthly massage just scheduled in? I know that's something that would my wife would very much appreciate, because she really depends on her massages to stay in good shape. And the landscaping service, $150. Instead of spending the $150, she's getting free landscaping. And those of us who have a big yard and do a lot of yard work certainly know the value of that. And her gym membership, she writes 2 blog posts per month in exchange for her gym membership. So these are things that are saving her a lot of money and also letting her have the lifestyle she wants. And her dermatologist, it just keeps going on. Her dermatologist, writes 2 case studies per month at $150 each. So that's another $300 each month in recurring income. Um, the local party rental company, she did a website rewrite, and now another 2 blog posts per month at $75 each. This is really starting to add up, as you can see, after 1 week after contacting these companies. So her first month of income, she earned $1,695 and gained a recurring income month after month of $1,070. So let's talk a little bit about what she did right and what worked with her situation in terms of how she was able to transition out of the content mills, away from the freelancing platform, so that she could really take control of her writing career and have a much better lifestyle and work more on her terms and build that part-time freelance writing income that she really wanted. So she avoided the competition. She realized that there are thousands of writers out there who are all kind of doing the same thing and running to the same spots looking for writing jobs. And she realized there was a different way of doing it, where she wasn't going to be surrounded by other writers, where she could stand out and be on her own and build that one-on-one relationship with her clients in a much easier way. So she avoided the competition. And the other thing that she thought about was she really paid attention to the needs of the companies that she was proposing to work with. She didn't just say, hey, hire me, I can write for you. She thought about what would benefit them and what would help them succeed with their goals. And that's really important as well. And so this last point is really important. So many writers, they get hung up on sending out 1 proposal or 2 proposals to potential clients, and then they stop and they wait for a response, and then they maybe send out another one after a week. But she sent out 30 proposals in 1 week, which is, I'm sure you can imagine, that's actually quite a lot of work, but that's sometimes what it takes to launch your career, to get things really going. If you want to have a really solid income with your freelance writing, it takes being really proactive. And so that's what she did. She really proactively sought out clients, and she spent a lot of time just putting herself out there. And that is also a key component to what she did with building her freelance writing career. And she ultimately built it to the point where she can now work part-time and earn over $30,000 a year with her freelance writing. So tomorrow, Ian Chandler is going to present a case study about how he earned $1.50 per word with a writing client, and I hope that you enjoy that. And it's going to be another valuable presentation. Our goal with today's bonus, as well as tomorrow's, is to win your trust in terms of showing you that freelance writing is a viable career. Yes, it does require real work, and it is a real job, and no, there's not guaranteed success. But what we do at Writing Launch is we help you down that path. We give you all the guidance and the training that you need to succeed as a freelance writer, and we hope that we can build a solid relationship with you and meet your needs in terms of building your writing career. So we really want to have a good, trusting relationship with you. And so today and tomorrow, we're just providing more value to start building that relationship. And if you have any questions at all, send us an email, support@writinglaunch.com. We're here to help, and Ian or I will get in contact with you and send you out and send you any answers to any questions that you might have. And thank you once again, and we'll see you soon.